Well, it looks like Sony and PlayStation has been able to deliver what Xbox couldn't deliver, and that is official gameplay. More like a demo of a gameplay, of an unreleased gameplay that is, and we got that in the form of the Unreal Engine 5, the new Unreal Engine 5, which is a clip that was uploaded on the Unreal Engine YouTube channel. So let's go to that channel and let's go to that clip and take a look here. I'm not going to play the entire clip. I don't want to get hit with a copyright strike. If anything, I'll keep the clip mute and just give my overall impressions. I'll just go to sliding down here on the slider and go to like clips that really caught my eye, and then we'll go from there. So starting with this image right here. Now, if you look at this character here from what seems to be captured from a PS5 dev kit, it doesn't look all that impressive or much different from like the last generation. I can say that at least a lot of the expressions on this character's face is quite exaggerated, like the eyes and the brows and everything like that. Doesn't exactly look like a realistic person. However, everything else that you see here in the following clips, like let's go to this shot right here. Now, this shot, if you look at it with the person included here, with the silhouette of this person included here, if you look at this shot right here, you couldn't tell me, you could basically say that this is completely indistinguishable from real life. And what I mean by that is that all the rocks, the shadows, the lighting and everything like that looks incredibly photorealistic, and it looks incredible. I am absolutely impressed and just amazed about as to how they were able to go to this point. And you want to know what the secret is? Triangles. That's right, triangles. Do you remember back in the day in the first generation of PlayStation where everything seemed to appear very triangular and polygonish? A good example for that would be Tomb Raider. You know how Lara Croft's boobs were like in the form of triangles, and she had those infamous triangle boobs, which are pretty much memes at this point. PlayStation, or at least a lot of companies such as the Unreal Engine, are still utilizing the triangle format, where they're using practically hundreds and hundreds of billions of triangles to form these rocks and shapes and whatnot. And it's just the resolution and the quality and everything is just completely uncanny, and it looks incredible. So I mean, I'll play a little bit here, but just to give a sense of what we're dealing with here. And I know it probably looks a little bit jittery. That's because I'm recording from OBS here, but this looks incredible. From like the lining and to the details of the sand to the rocks. When you get a closer look at these rocks, look. If I were to even freeze this frame right here, you would think that a photographer actually took a photo of this. You show this to anybody, guaranteed they wouldn't be able to distinguish this from real life. And it's just incredible. I love it so much, and I am that much more excited. Now, you could argue that, hey, this is just a demo. This is probably maximizing the limitations of the PlayStation 5. How do we know that the first initial games that come out for the PlayStation 5 are going to look even remotely this good or even that close? Well, I understand that concern. I mean, I myself have my own reservations about the PlayStation 5 and the quality of the games that are going to be coming out. Honestly, my only major concern is pretty much that. Like, what we're seeing here could be like a maximized limitation, like the maximized resolution of a PlayStation 5. Because remember, this is coming from a dev kit on the PS5. And supposedly the PS5 is supposed to be coming out this year because there were leaks about a release. Because there's also a game set to launch in October of this year. So that means we might be getting the PlayStation 5 like around holiday, mid-October to like early holiday. Possibly, I'm betting October. But anyways, back to the topic at hand. I would say that we probably wouldn't be able to reach this point until like, let's say a year or 2 years into the next generation of consoles. And the reason why I say this is because this is due to like my personal past experience with new generation consoles and pretty much everybody else's experience with new generation consoles, where we're treated with like demos and gameplays to supposed next generation of consoles, and then come that new generation when games get launched, they don't look as good as to what we were promised from those demos. And that's why I'm a little concerned. I am impressed with this demo, don't get me wrong, and I'm very excited, and I'm extremely, like, I am really looking forward to this release and to the next generation of games. There's so many games I'm looking forward to playing on the PlayStation 5. Don't get me wrong. What I worry about is, will the quality match or even come close to what we're experiencing here in this demo? Who knows? But anyways, I just wanted to share my thoughts. I mean, you let me know. I'll go to even more shots real quick to give you more perspective. Everything just looks incredible. The only thing that really stood out more than anything else that didn't seem to look as good was like the water. And I'll get to this clip here. The water looks like it's living back in like 2005 or something like that, where it doesn't seem to look as realistic when someone would, let's say, step in a puddle of water or like a lake or a river or whatnot. It still looks really blobby. It doesn't appear to like splash as much. Like it looks like the whole thing just looks like really like a gigantic watery gooey blob, rather than it looking like it's splashing, because this person's like walking through this little puddle here and it doesn't react in a way where a puddle would react. But other than that, I'm very impressed, and one of my few favorite sequences before I get to the last sequence was this, where like the statues and everything. These statues, and there's hundreds of others in this room, these statues are made up of like hundreds of billions of triangles each, and I could only imagine how much work went into this to making something like this. This looks like this was photographed in person, and it looks incredible. But perhaps my favorite sequence of all time in this demo was when she launches out and starts flying, this character right here, and just takes off. It was like my favorite sequence. I was blown away. It was like watching a QuickTime event or a scene from a movie. If like this scene started from here, I would think this might be like a clip from an animation or even a film, rather, because film utilizes a lot of CGI, and that's what it looks like to me, CGI. It looks incredible. Like the movements, the visuals. There's no rendering in the background either, so everything that you see in the distance will remain. And as you draw closer with your character or your avatar or whatever, like it renders in real time. There's no lag, nothing, and you're only experiencing the little bit of jittery, a little jitter here because you're watching a recording of my desktop screen. So, anyways, those are my impressions and my thoughts of the Unreal Engine 5. By the way, running real-time demo on a PlayStation 5 or PS5 dev kit rather. But anyways, what are your thoughts, guys? Are you excited for the new PlayStation 5? Are you excited to see what it's capable of? I am, unlike a certain other company who couldn't show us gameplay demo, but still made it up with giving a decent apology and being very professional. PlayStation was like, Xbox, I see your gameplay trailer, but let me raise you an actual gameplay demo. Here you go, world. Enjoy. But anyways, guys, that was my initial impressions and thoughts. What did you guys think? Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I'm going to leave a link to this clip down in the description box below. Go ahead and check it out. It is awesome. Give it a like if you can. And yeah, make sure to give this video a like. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and click on bell notifications so y'all don't miss anything. And as always, I will see you all in the next video.